Hello my dear Leos, this is your love and spirituality reading for the time between December 1st and December 15, 2017 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. So I used the Modern Spellcasters Tarot by Melanie Marquise and illustrated by Scott Murphy, and I will start shuffling your cards. So when I open the deck here, oh Leos, so I'm not meaning to laugh about this. It's not funny. It's a broken heart, and someone's protecting themselves to not get that heart broken anymore. So that's good. I have asked you, Leo, to show more strength. For those of you that have had and have not been able to do so because you want to turn your other cheek. You need to protect yourself so your heart won't get broken. So you have learned your lesson just fine, and I'm very proud of you. Okay, so I call the divine with love and light, and I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and I call the 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Leo viewers. So I want my dear Leos to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So my dear Leos, I also want to take the chance to tell you we have, well, the 2 of Cups and Page of Cups. No, it's the Temperance card. Sorry. Temperance card and the Lovers sticking out here, and 8 of Pentacles. So it seems like some of you are starting to work on your love relationships again, very methodically and practically, like here, trying to solve things. So it will be good for everyone. Maybe there's maybe someone is saying that they're sorry. With the 8 of Pentacles, it's usually something that you have worked on for a very long time, or you find other ways to better your relationship in harmony with your with what your spirit wants. And the Alchemist card is of course about taking in your shadow and trying to do the best thing, like being able to see yourself fully and taking in another culture, like another person's point of view. Okay. I also want to take the chance to tell you that Venus is moving from Scorpio to Sagittarius December 2nd. Mars is moving from Libra to Scorpio December 9. And Mercury is on the cusp Sagittarius Capricorn in the start of the month and stations December 3rd. And it starts to move retrograde back into Sagittarius until it stations again 23rd of December. So it will be an interesting December with Mercury moving retrograde. Jupiter is moving direct in Scorpio. Saturn is in late degrees of Sagittarius and are moving direct. Pluto is moving direct in Capricorn, and Uranus is moving retrograde in Aries. So the Sun went into Sagittarius the 22nd of November and will move into Capricorn the 22nd of December. We will have the super full moon in Gemini December 3. New moon will be on the cusp of Sagittarius in Capricorn December 18. A lot is going to happen on the cusp Sagittarius Capricorn in this December. The midwinter solstice will happen December 21st, 1628 UTC time. The midwinter solstice is the real reason to why we celebrate Christmas. In Sweden it's called Jul, which means wheel. The spring equinox is Easter. The midsummer solstice is also lively celebrated in Sweden with a midsummer pole and everything, a very ancient tradition to fertilize the lands. And then we also we celebrate Halloween, or in Sweden the Night of All Saints, Alla Helgonas Natt, to replace the fall equinox that actually takes place in September. It is all part of a very, very ancient calendar, which also the astrological signs is a part of. A turn with the wheel through all the astrological signs is called a great year. The length of one cycle of the 12 ages is 25,860 years. So we stay approximately 2,155 years in every sign. We went into age of Pisces 68 BC, and we will go into the age of Aquarius 2087 AD. And there's different calculation to this, but it is the stars in the background of the spring equinox that determine what age we are in. So you see, we do have a memory of very, very ancient times, like who came up with this, who saw this, and we are still using this this type of calendar. So I think it's rather amazing. I'm sorry for talking so much. I will tune into your reading a few seconds. Okay, my dear Leos, this is your longer beginning of the month reading with the 15 cards. And here, Leo, is your future. And this is your now, and this is the past. So the past will be probably October, November 2017. And we see here the 10 of Wands. So it's like you have been carrying a big load of something. It's like taking a lot of responsibility. Sometimes in Tarot, this is called like suppression. It's an energy where you want to say a lot of things. Maybe you're very angry, or you're feeling very strong, or you have a lot of strong feelings, and you don't express that. It's like you're holding back. Maybe you're using your strength to hold yourself back, to not become unnecessarily aggressive or say something. It's like a volcano, actually, like a volcano under pressure a little bit. So the 10 of Wands can either be you that's doing this, or it might be someone else. It might be someone that has something on their heart they want to express to you, but they can't. Or you have something that you want to express to someone, but you can't. 10 of Wands is also the moving card, moving away card. So for some of you Leos, you might be moving at this time. It's also the flight and flee card. So it might be that some of you have decided to escape a situation, to rather run than to keep on fighting. You had the Three of Swords and the Nine of Wands in the beginning, so it seems like the issue of this situation is that you are trying to defend yourself from a broken heart, and to flee the scene might be like one way to protect yourself. Okay, so this is in the past. And here we have the now, first part of December 2017, and we have the Five of Cups here. So the Five of Cups is a card of misfortune and misunderstandings, broken hearts again. So we see here, it's something that's spilled, it's something that's over, it's something that you are maybe over and done with. It's like, usually with the Five of Cups, we see a person that is disappointed, but this person seems more determined, like this is a sacrifice, what I'm seeing, and there's still two cups left, so it seems like you still have your love. Okay, maybe this situation, whatever it was, maybe it was a love relationship, a family situation, a work situation, creative situation, didn't work out. There was some kind of misfortune. It didn't happen in the way you wanted to, but your love is still there, your creativity is still there. You can use it and build on other projects. I'm also seeing for my inner vision the Death card, because it's like again, something is not coming to life in the way it was supposed to, so it kind of died. We can see it's like blood being spilled here. So this is in your now. You're going through some kind of transformation. All the fives is connected to the Alchemist card, like struggling with other people, other cultures, other people's way of seeing things, other people's point of view. So if you love someone, they don't, so you will become disappointed, and maybe you leave the scene with your disappointment. Okay, and here is the future for you, and we have an Eight of Cups, so it seems still the same theme for you throughout December. This is the later part of December going into January, and we have the Eight of Cups, so it's like still you're sorting like which relationships or which situation. Oh, Four of Swords. Well, interesting. Four of Swords is silent treatment, so it might go well with a running away thing here. But anyway, so you're still sorting here which relationships or situations, workplace situations, or it might also be responsibility, because it seems like you're burdened with a lot of responsibility. Maybe you're trying to keep everyone happy at your work, at your home, in your relationships, and this doesn't work. So here you kind of need to choose which relationships is worth putting in the effort in, because the Eight of Cups is talking about relationship that kind of sucking you dry. It's making you feel empty inside because you have given and given and given, and the only thing you got back was disappointment and a broken heart. So Leos, you're strong. Don't let anyone else ride on your back. They need to use their own energy to also give or to contribute to this situation. I think it's, since with the cards I saw, I think it's good that you defend yourself or you leave a situation that's kind of feel hopeless, okay? So here is your past, and we have the High Priest. So the High Priest is talking about very keen instincts, very keen intuition, a person that knows a lot of things. I'm feeling that this is kind of ancient knowledge of Leo. It's what I have told you, that you have been rulers and everything in past times, but then you learned that karma came out of this. So this is your experience. So therefore you have learned this with, many Leos have learned this with turn the other cheek. The one that hasn't, they are still like obnoxious and and intolerant and very like the centerpiece of everyone's attention in a negative way, like also almost a little bit narcissistic behavior. But here you can see that this is a person using their past experience, this with the, I told you with the karma, that you know to not use your strength in a way that it causes karma in your life. We can also see the baby here. So I'm thinking the baby is always a new project. When you dream about it, it's a new project or a new situation, new love situation, something you're giving a lot of attention to. And we can see here that it's spilled, so it's something like you're giving attention to or putting your effort into, that is not going to work out in the way that you want to, or at least it's what you believe, okay? Because our beliefs, like what we think, is making the house we live in. So here you see she's almost like an alien. She's almost a little bit outer-worldly. So this is your outer-worldly self that has connection with the outer-worldly dimensions, like your high self, your soul, the divine. Okay, the subconscious is the moon, so it's connected to all water signs. It's like Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. They're very connected to their own emotions. Her whole clothing is blue, so it's connected to the water, like her feeling vibration. So she knows a lot of things. She uses her memory, like through her water, through her emotions. So she doesn't have to keep it in her awakened mind, but she can pull her knowledge out of the subconscious. So she's always in the know. It's like you have a lot of ancient knowledge that you're now using, and it's like you're balancing between good and good and evil. Sorry, they have switched places. It's this with the shadow. Like we need to be able to integrate our shadow. We can't just live and turn the other cheek and turn the other cheek and turn the other cheek, because other people that we are meeting, they are not learning anything from us. It's like we're spoiling them if we're just doing this. And this is the second second lesson for Leo. First, to not always be like the lion eating everyone, and now also to not always turn the other cheek. There's need to be balance. This High Priestess, she's connected to 11, justice, balance, also 20, judgment, balance through seeing things, like using your experience and your judgment skills to be able to make a decision. The twos are duality, it's decision also. And here we have the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords is connected to the Hermit card, and it's the masculine way of the hermit, like going alone, bleeding alone. There's no one there to help you, there's no one there to comfort you, there's no one there to pick you up when you are down, and kind of feeling very lonely, and thinking about all the stories, like how all these people have hurt you in the past. We saw also with the 9 of Wands that you have put all the wands as protection against people, but here you're more like having a little bit of a victim mentality, to be honest. We see the candles here, so you're putting a lot of attention into like what people have done towards you before, but I think you are kind of collecting knowledge, so I'm not going to say anything about this. It might be for some of you it's water sign here, air sign there, and you have a wolf here, so this is your strength, it's your masculine strength. This is very feminine strength through intuition, and this is masculine strength through the wolf, like being able to it's like the dog wolf kind of symbol is like the dog is the domesticated male and the wolf is the wild male. So it's something you need to use more of your masculine strength. What do a masculine person do? They put boundaries. They have rules. They can protect themselves. They can protect their family. So you need to use these skills instead of like crying here over the spilled milk. That's a traditional saying for the 5 of Cups here. And we also see that we have the sun, your planet, in the back of this person's robe. So there's shadow here, but that's good. I wanted you to examine your shadow. So maybe this is what you are doing. Maybe you are kind of collecting knowledge from the past to determine like what you have went through and what experience you have made on this journey, what you have learned from your experience. So it's not all bad. Just don't get caught in the story of it all, like this person did that to me, and it's more like, okay, interesting, I saw this was happening, and this person did that and I did this. And you don't have to put like so much emotions in this storytelling, because it's more, it's like you have went through a test and you learned something. No use to cry over it, okay? Because 9 of Swords is like, it's a little bit of a trap. You can easily start to become like in a loop of thoughts, like thinking bad thoughts about things that happened in your past. And what did I say? Your thoughts become the house you live in. So if you think a lot of bad things about people in the past, you will meet the same stupid people in the future, okay? So don't do that for your own sake. It's not about having victim mentality and being weak. It's not about that. It's more about what I don't want you to create. I want you to create a new, bright future for yourself. So think about the things that where you have learned now through this experience, through the past, whatever it is that you have run away from or that's burdened you in this way. Because for some of you, you haven't really run away yet. You're just still working on this. You still carry this load. And take the experience of it. It will tell you what you don't want. The law of repulsion. Okay, I don't want this. So you steer your compass to what you do want. This is what I want. If I didn't want a relationship or a situation that were like this and this and this and this, you go to the opposite. Like you take the black and make it white. You go to the other side of the compass direction. I want a situation or a relationship that it's like this and this and this and this. And this is what you put more effort into thinking, like making visions for yourself, dreaming about this situation, like you do whatever you want to do. If you want to buy a house, a car, meet a new person, start school, change job, you need to dream about it first, like what do I want? And then you go out and search for a match, and then you find it, okay? So don't stay in this situation of pain. Feel the pain, but not get stuck in the story of the pain. It's not necessary with the story. It's just like being able to, the swords are wisdom, of course, and here's the book. So it's like your pain is your knowledge. Your pain is the book to the knowledge that you have retrieved through whatever it is that you have been through. Okay, So the next card here is Queen of Cups. So Queen of Cups is very much like the High Priest. She's very much with the water, very much keen with her intuition, having very strong intuition. She knows things before they happen. She knows what other people are thinking. She knows what they are feeling. She gets a lot of information through her dreams. But she also, together with the Nine of Swords, she is like a butt full of victim mentality. So try to not destroy your inner heart region with this storytelling in a negative way. Just, okay, this was what happened. I see the truth now. I take this experience and I will never do this again. I will change the direction. I will do this instead. So the Queen of Cups is very emotional, very empathic, very loyal. So it might be for some of you that you are dealing with a water person. Queen of Cups is usually Cancer, but might easily be a Scorpio or Pisces as well. You can check your chart, or the people that you're together with or battling things out with, check their chart. They might have water there. For example, we have had a lot of things happening in Scorpio lately that is going to make people open their heart. Okay, so for some of you it will be that you're dealing with a person that's very sad. And they have finally got in contact with their female intuition, and it's a lot of pain there because they might have been rejecting this, you know, saying no to this, like, no, I don't see the wood for all the trees kind of situation. So a person may be ignoring their feelings or ignoring their impulses, natural impulses, like the volcano. And when the volcano has erupted, it's a lot of feelings here. So this might be you dealing with a person that currently have find out their feelings, like they know now their feelings better, but when they are open the door to their feelings, they open the door also to a lot of pain. So it might be that you're dealing with a person that's very fragile right now, like a lot fragile, like you can't touch them fragile. So you need to be very careful with the people in your surrounding, even if you're practicing on your strength, Leo, because if you're dealing with people like this, they are on a like kind of descending a little bit through the dark night of the soul, because they need to go down there and find a lot of knowledge. So try to be a little bit careful with empathic people, even if they come out as, you know, people that's really dumb and stubborn and stupid and don't see the road even, because they are so preoccupied with holding in all the things that they don't want to tell you. So even if they are like that, understand that they are doing this to avoid pain, because they are really very, very fragile. Or this might be talking about you also, Leo. So it depends. And if you are like this, the Hermit is very much needed, like the Nine of Swords, the Nine of Wands, to protect yourself during this period when you are very fragile. The next card here is the Five of Swords, and this is the kind of situation you don't want to get into with this fragile person, okay? So for some of you, you have been very fragile and yet met a person that were kind of out to get you, or say awful things to you, or put you down in some way, like hurt you. And it might be you that have done this, Leo, because I saw in the first there with the Three of Swords and the Nine of Wands that you are very in a protective mood. So it doesn't matter if someone is coming to you and approaching you in a nice way, because you are very prepared to defend yourself. And maybe this is how you defended yourself, or this is how maybe someone else is doing towards you, and you are in this fragile stage. You won't really tolerate this. It's all the fives, like Five of Cups, Five of Swords. It's connected to the High Priest. Like being in society means a lot of trouble, because you need to deal with other people, okay? And also the 14 Alchemist, 1 + 4 is 5. And this is like you need to meet a person that has your shadow, or that mirrors something to you. So if you, for example, think that people are... Oh, sorry, I got scared for my own computer. If you think that people are like they are going to hurt you, and therefore you have been holding back your feelings, or not showing your feelings, then of course you are going to meet people that's going to hurt you. Because For example, with a high priest, there's a lot of secrets. So maybe if you don't tell people that you're hurting, you come out as fake because you say, well, everything is all right. I don't feel any pain, but they know that you feel pain. So they think that you're lying on something else, and then they shut you out. So that's how it can happen. It's like with the nines, when you come out as very protective or very sad or very emotional, you can easily do the same thing towards others that was once done to you, because you are in this protective mood, so no one will come near you. But it's no catastrophe. People will argue. This Five of Swords, this argument is like trying to talk, but just finding yourself being in a big argument, and people trying to win and steal your swords. And yes, okay. So it's not a big deal, but okay. And here we have the Queen of Pentacles as well. So Queen of Pentacles is the Queen of Cups. This you have here, and the Queen of Pentacles. It might be a water, earth person that has come into your life, and maybe they have argued with you, okay, or you argued with them. So it doesn't have to be like it can be any sign, but usually they will have either water or earth in their chart, or you have water and earth in your chart. But whatever, we see there's a battle between these two. It's a battle between the very emotional, in this case drama queen. It's maybe a person that's very secretive with their emotions. They're not going to tell you how they feel. They know everything, but they're not going to tell you because they're afraid to get hurt. And here is the other person. That's Queen of Pentacles is a very steady person. Like, it's like a mother or a teacher. It's a person that's very outgiving. She is like Mother Nature. So she gives a lot with unconditional love, but she's also very stubborn. So I think if someone comes like a drama queen like this, she won't really accept it. That's why it's becoming like a quarrel here, because this person came like very dramatic, and like when the Queen of Cups is badly situated like this, she can be very manipulative and like you be passive aggressive, and it's like she's playing on your emotions. She can be like, well, if you don't do that for me, I won't ever talk to you again. So being like over emotional, over sensitive, and to do this against like an earth person, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here, might make this person being like rather tired of you. Or you are in this mood, like you have learned to love yourself. So you get tired of people acting like this. Okay, so it seems like there has been a cat fight in the past between two people that's really like have the foundation of being able to give a lot, like Queen of Cups, unconditional loving, Queen of Pentacles, unconditional giving. It could be a very good situation, but because of all the swords here, all the hurt, all the pain, all the words, the situation has probably backfired a little bit and ended in disappointment. But at least, as I said, the love is still there, like the feelings are still there. It's just that you won't be able to communicate it because people are too sensitive, or keeping secrets also about how they really feel. Okay, so that was in the past, and here is the now, and we have an Ace of Swords. So Ace of Swords might mean that the High Priestess here is ready to speak, like ready to say something. And it's blood, sweat and tears and victory at last, and it's trial by fire. So it seems like someone needs to follow their intuition and be very brave in this situation, and be very truthful, very honorable, very conscious with their mind, not this Nine of Swords kind of thinking, but really clear. Okay, you have changed your compass, you know what you don't want, you know now what you do want, and you're aiming your compass towards what you do want. Okay, and being very clear with this, and it's like going over any obstacle. You know where you want to end up in the in the end of this story. So it's like accepting a quest. So communication might come through here. It's using logic also, being very logic, using your experience, figuring out things. But the Ace of Swords is double-edged, so it might be just like another round of this battle that has been going on here. And here we see a Seven of Wands. So Seven of Wands is someone that doesn't want to give up on something. They are very determined to have the things that they want. It's Mars in Leo, so it's like a warrior that's very determined. And they have both the Wand and the Ace of Swords. So it's a very masculine energy to this. It's someone that wants something. And that crow there, or maybe it's something else. It might be like... I know the name in Swedish, but I don't know. It eats fruits. It's a little black bird. But anyway, it comes with a message that it's a message of warning a little bit. Like, don't start like a war with someone that you actually want to keep in your life. Try to be a little bit forgiving, okay? And here central we have the Three of Wands. So Three of Wands again talks about communication. So it might be communication coming from a water sign to you, and they might have water in sun, moon, or rising. Okay, and here is the Three of Wands. So it might be you also communicating with someone, and it's still this determination. The Three of Wands is like it's the Trinity. So you're working together with the divine for some higher purpose, something higher that you want. It's a goal that's very clear, and you can't really compromise about this, because it wouldn't make you happy. It would actually make you broken or broken down. So it's like going into a situation where you want what you want, but you can't really compromise. Okay, so it might be that if you want something, you need to be very determined with what you want, and not the law of repulsion, kind of not accept things that doesn't look anything near this what you want. Okay, so don't it seems like you will be able to do this. You will be able to figure this out. You have learned from your experience, and now you will be able to communicate yourself very well, and fighting for what you want. Or someone else will do this towards you, like they want to communicate with you and they fight for what they want. And it seems like if they were this very fragile person that just entered their feelings, they might be a little bit more stable now, okay? But also more aggressive, so watch out for that. And here we have a Ten of Pentacles. So Five of Swords is turning into Ten of Pentacles. So I'm thinking it's still this side of this situation where the person is like a little bit of a drama queen and manipulating, and a little bit like weak, and now they are strong, and they want this with this earth sign person, or they want something that they can get from a certain person. It doesn't have to be an earth person, but someone that has a lot of resources, like that can provide a lot of safety, and like, yes, give a lot. So this person is, maybe you are approaching a situation like a new work or something that can give you a lot. And maybe before you were weak and you didn't think that you can get this, but now you are more determined. So it doesn't matter how many times you will like make a mistake here, or like fall, or like the situation will end like this. It doesn't matter, because you still want what you want. So you're not going to give up. So that's a very good energy. It's like a new beginning here, and you are going to make it better. You have this fighting spirit to make this better, and you know exactly what you want. And here you have the Two of Cups as well. So yes, the Two of Cups. This was I must have it doesn't matter. Two of Cups anyway. So this is love, and it's probably love between those two queens, the drama queen and the more stable queen that has like this earthy quality, like a person that maybe have their stuff together, or they are rich in some way, maybe rich in love, rich in resources, rich in knowledge, something like this. This person is also maybe not rich, it's more like hermit, so it's poverty, like poverty promises, but it's more like they are rich in knowledge, they are very smart, they are very intelligent, but also very, very, very super vulnerable. So it seems like someone is going to they want what it wants. They want like a stable, committed situation here, or they want a situation maybe being like offering someone else a job, because this is like the value, and then the offering comes. So it's someone really determined to offer a value of love. So that's very beautiful. It might be like you being offering someone a job, or you being offered a job from someone that maybe has realized that I actually need you, or it might be in a relationship, like being offered a committed love relationship, for example. It's very obvious, but it comes out of a period of deep conflict. But it seems very nice. But so maybe someone has like got very disappointed, and by this, if you get jealous on something, or you get very disappointed on something, then finally, then you know how much this means to you. For example, if you see someone having like, oh, these two people have a wonderful relationship, and you get jealous at that, it means that your soul also want this. So you're supposed to do like this, like be very determined and get whatever it is that you want. I think that the disappointment has made someone make up their mind. So this is what I see. Okay, so that was in the now, the first part of December, and here we might have this is the future. So this might be how Leos are acting to this offer. Or you're like the lion in the cage, so and you don't believe this at all, or you're it might be either this person is coming with this message and you don't believe them at all. You're very like hopped up on like this warrior energy, defending yourself. You are not going to take like the broken heart anymore. So this is a threat to your heart. It could be broken again, or it can be that like your keen intuition is telling you to be watchful in this situation. So I'm not saying to you that you shouldn't be like this. I'm just laughing because it's I don't know, it's in some way it's funny, because it's like you're doing really good, and in the same way you're behaving awful, but it's still good. So that's why I'm laughing. It's like contradiction. So what did we have here? We had the 8 of Cups. So this is like likely that whoever being offered this gift will not take it, because they feel like they have given too much. They have given too much energy. Too much energy has been spilled. Too much time has been spilled, and they are very protective here. So we'll see how it goes with that. And here comes the broken heart as well. So someone is saying no due to they don't want a broken heart. So someone is offering like something that's very beautiful, but the other person is taking this as, no way, you're not going to fool me like again. And it's 3, 3 and 5 of Swords. So it might be that there have been third party involvement. You know, this is water and this is earth, and you are fire. Okay, so it might be that you have had like a water person in your life and an earth person in your life, and maybe that is too many. Okay, so either the person that you have a love interest towards has a lot of females or males in their lives. They can be males as well. It's just showing someone that's more giving. A king is more taking, like putting rules and boundaries. A queen is more like outpouring things. So a personality that's out giving, or a person that's in this mindset of feeling a lot of love or feeling a lot of emotion. So they can be fragile as well. So someone might be fearing a third-party relationship, getting backstabbed. Here, 9 of Swords, 7 of Wands, 3 of Swords. I'm learning from the past. I have the wisdom from the past. I'm not going to give in to the same situation again, because I want to protect myself against this broken heart. And you see the wolf howling in the distance there, and it's like this, the rays of the sun. It's like you have seen the truth. So it's this fire here. Now, from now on, you are going to fight to protect yourself better. You won't give like all of yourself unconditionally just to be loved. if you're going to give yourself to someone, that someone needs to show that they are worth it. It's like you're not going to give anything you're not going to cost pearls for pigs anymore, okay? Or your partner won't do that. It matters who's who here, but that is up to you to decide, because this is a general reading. Okay, the next card here is the Knight of Cups. So it seems like this water person is coming back, or this very emotional person is coming back, because they are not giving up on you. So they are trying here again and again and again and again. It might be different people also trying to get connection with you, Leos. Maybe you have different suitors that all has kind of the same agenda, like love, but maybe on different levels. This a person here that's not named, it's probably you because of all the fire here, wants a stable relationship. But maybe this person here, the water person, comes with a lot of trouble, like 9 of Wands, 9 of Swords, broken heart. Yes, and this drama. Maybe you are fed up with the drama, like you don't want drama anymore. You want a committed love relationship that's stable and like equally given. It's balanced. Both people, like even if you are from different cultures, speaking different language, having different ideas of everything, you still worship each other and give each other like support and love in the way that the other person needs to be loved and supported. It's different from different people. So offer of love coming here. And it's Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, it's offer of love. Maybe to a Queen of Wands. And you see here 5 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. It's likely that it's you that has been like a little bit aggressive, and you still are aggressive. But it's probably for a good reason, since we had these cards twice now. So this is water. Scorpio, it's usually Pisces, it can be Scorpio and Cancer. This is Queen of Wands. It might be an Aries, Sagittarius or Leo. And 9 of Swords, 3 of Wands, Queen of Wands. I wouldn't mess with this queen. She's very determined. She has learned from past experience, and she knows what she wants. She has done this change of direction with the compass. She wants this committed love relationship. And Knight of Cups is a nice card. When it comes with 8 of Wands instead of 9 of Wands, it usually comes with forgiveness. But here it comes with 9 of Wands and 7 of Wands. It's more like a person being smug, like a little bit stupid. They don't know how to approach a person with forgiveness. Maybe they haven't learned how to say I'm sorry in a way that makes themselves vulnerable. And if you want to say you're sorry to someone, you need to do so and show your vulnerability. If you're not, that's not a true I'm sorry. That's just you trying to sit on your high horses and not showing vulnerability. So I think this person is coming in with not so much vulnerability. They want you, but or you want them, but it's like more important how you look, or how much you can protect yourself, or how much you can keep a distance from a person. So it's not really a good approach here, but we'll see how it ends up. Yes, okay, with death. Oh God. So death is a very good card. It's don't be afraid of losing anything. Try to practice on this, like whatever you fear of losing, try to imagine like losing this and still being okay with it, because you are going to lose everything anyway eventually. So you might as well practice on this, because when you do, when you are kind of able to, be grateful for all that you have, but also be so mindful and awake that you know that you won't keep it forever, then you will get much more cool with things, like the Queen of Pentacles here. So, for example, say that you have a work situation and you feel like you're not really happy with this work situation because people are abusing and using you, and you don't want to stay in that work situation. But it's very hard for you to leave that situation because you're so afraid that nothing else will show up. So you kind of cave yourself and change yourself, and you crawl like this to be able to fit into this workplace which you hate, because you don't believe that you will get anything else. So this is the situation where you need to sacrifice. Like, sacrifice that job without blinking. If it doesn't make you happy, sacrifice it. And something else will come instead, because the law of repulsion, you have said no to something and you want something else. And then it's another test. And it's like when you are without a job, without a relationship, without a house, without an apartment, without whatever it is that you need, and you really need it, but you don't have it. And in that situation, not taking an offer that is tainted, that's another test for you, Leo. And that is the final test I see for this roundabout. And it's like, don't take any tainted offerings. Stand strong. You have your experience from the past here. You know exactly what you want. Don't compromise in a bad way just because you want something so badly and you don't think that you can have something that's exactly what you want. But if it feels bad, it probably is bad. If it doesn't feel like the person is coming with the best intentions, they probably don't come with the best intentions. And yes, it might be that you're overprotective towards yourself, but it seems like you have good reasons. So I'm thinking, Leo, don't cave. Okay, rather give in to death than cave. Okay, so you have Queen of Pentacles here and Two of Cups. So it might be that you're offered also love from like a water person and then an earth person. And as I said, they might have earth or water somewhere in their chart. Doesn't have to be sun. And it's both are going to end up with you need to sacrifice things that's not good. It doesn't mean that this situation will be bad. It just means that if it turns bad, you need to sacrifice it. It doesn't mean that this situation is bad. It seems bad because it has a lot of baggage. This might be a person that you have been with before and that comes back again with a lot of baggage, and you remember everything that they did towards you. And it's not saying that it's going to end badly, but if it does, you need to be able to sacrifice it. Okay, so that's the thing here. Show strength. Okay, yes, exactly. Decision, determine destiny. So this is the Three of Wands. Your thoughts become the house you live in. So don't take any crap, Leo. Don't take any crap. And if you are dealing with a Leo that's acting like this, coming with tainted offerings, don't take any crap from them either. It goes both ways. Okay, it needs to be real. It needs to be honest. It needs to be like you're not just there to fulfill your own needs with another person. You need to be there for the other person because you love the other person, or you want to contribute to this workplace situation or whatever situation you're in. That you want to contribute, not just want to go in and steal stuff. Because here it seems like, well, this is just coming in. They are like they have figured out something and they are coming in here, but they are not mature enough, so they are going to come in probably a little bit stupid. So because they are too selfish, they want things that's good for them and they forget about thinking about everyone else. So that needs to go for you too. If you love a person, you need to love them for them and not just what they can give you. But if you have given, like what I see here, so much that your energy is empty, you don't have to give anymore, okay? Then it's stop here, like with this, drawing a line in the sand, protecting yourself. So, decision, determine destiny. Okay, so hopeless release. If you feel that the situation is hopeless, you don't like the workplace, your family members doesn't protect you, or they don't make you feel safe, or they don't help you, they don't have your back. Your relationship is like not good. The person is not making you feel safe, loved, appreciated, like valuable. Release it. If it feels hopeless, it's hopeless. So just, you had this card before, I think, hopeless release. So, and it's not saying that if you have a relationship, you need to end. It doesn't say that. Even if death is here, it doesn't say that. It just say that you should trust your own judgment in this. The indication that something is hopeless is just in your perception. So, you know, it's what I said with this, your thoughts. You need to monitor your thoughts as well, to too caught up in your thoughts, and you can think about what has been, but try to make knowledge out of it, and see what can come out of it, like a positive vision instead. So you won't have a hopeless perception on something, like all women are evil because these women, they betrayed you. It doesn't have to be like that. It's just your perception. If you start to think of as women or men as beautiful creatures, think the best qualities that you can think with. If you're in love with males, the best qualities for males, or if you prefer females, the best qualities for females, and you make a long list of beautiful qualities, and then you start dreaming of this person coming into your life, and you release everything else that seems hopeless, like a person that doesn't match this description. Every vibration that we encounter has a purpose, a reason for being where it is in your life. At this time in your life, you need to let go, releasing whatever feels discouraging or impossible to finish. Do not feel despair about what is happening to you. Everything happens for a reason. So it's this, like when you have put a lot of effort into something and just need to acknowledge that something is spilled, like it's not going to work. As long as these people are coming here acting stupid, you won't be able to say yes to them, even though you probably, this is what you want, this is your direction, you want something that's valuable and committed and equal. So don't give up until you have this, and anything that doesn't resemble this, you just release it. Okay, so my dear Leos, I hope this helped. I want you to take really good care. I will come back with the mid-month spread in the beginning of December. Okay, bye-bye.